follow-ups at least, if anything.
It also gives them a very strong initiation. Clockwork hooks in, you global, the call comes out, and that team fight gets really rough.
Yeah.
For TNC.
Whoever gets caught in the cogs dies.
Also, one of the more underappreciated lane bullies.
Talk to me about Lycan. This is the first time we see him all week. Instant tiny lock.
I'm not sure why Lycan is picked up. It might just be a comfort hero for TNC.
Raven Lycan?
I mean, I guess Undying is pretty good with the dropping down Tombstone for pushing. But this lineup doesn't scream to me. It's trying to run people down via pushes and stuff like that.
Stormban coming out from TNC. I'm going to imagine that Ice plays the Tiny this game, yes?
Yes.
That means that they have still got their Nana hero left, assuming Mushi plays the Gyrocopter.
We do see teams sometimes put Gyro mid, so it's not
set in stone.
Not 100%. Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
The Storm got banned out by TNC, so they're worried about that. They are maybe even worried about their own lack of lockdown because they don't have that much.
Radiant team pick.
Neither team have too much at the moment.
Turn to
Invoker.
Ooh.
And there's an Invoker. They got beaten by it in the previous series.
This is not a very good Invoker game. Like, who's setting up the Invoker Sunstrikes for you?
Avalanche, Clockwork? I don't know. Something like that?
Seconds remaining.
I mean, those technically can do it, but compared to the game where Abed had, right? He had Beastmaster, Roar. That's the big one. And Clockwork as a secondary option.
There's a Clockwork this game.
Yeah. And the Mirana will be the last from TNC. I'm still interested in how that Lycan fits into that draft. How does the Lycan fit in? I see a question mark on your face.
It's a tower hitter. Good way to, I guess, split the map. It's a fair amount of team fight on the side of Mineski right now. Lycan can be used in conjunction with Undying to pressure towers. I don't know. It is weird though because we don't see it very often.
Yeah. They know something that we don't. Maybe. Who do you go for, Charlie?
They probably know a lot of things that we don't.
This is true. This is true. Who do you reckon is going to take this second game?
I'm going to go with Mineski. Just because I think Silencer does a lot here. Just in terms of halting initiation. I'm unsure of how this Lycan plays out. So.
Okay, Lumi?
Gonna go with TNC. I think it's gonna be a 2-0. This Mirana is gonna get a very good lane against Invoker, and they have 3 BKB buying cores, which I think Silencer is gonna have trouble dealing with.
All right, let's find out which one of my analysts is right. Over to ODPixel and Fog.
Thank you very much, GVS. Now ready for game 2 between TNC and Mineski, and the drafts are in split on the panel. Fog, what do we reckon? I mean, there's a Lycan, but I'm looking over the side of Mineski, and I feel like there are a few heroes that once that BKB's there, he's going to run at. They ain't going to have much armor, and they're going to die.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Owen. I think that's why they picked the Lycan. You see Gyrocopter, you can just close the gap on him very easily with Shapeshift, and
and
that's
Tiny,
exactly where Gyro
Silencer. These guys don't do armor.
Tiny gets armor now, dude. Grow.
Oh, they changed it. Okay.
Grow gives armor.
How much do you get now?
You get 5, 10, 15 from each level.
That's a little bit. That's a little bit. Still not amazing, but it's...
Yeah, lots of ways to close the gap, though, from TNC. The Tusk, the Lycan, pretty good. Versus the Invoker. I think they're going to put a lot of pressure onto Moon here, so I don't think we'll see the same kind of impact like Abed when he went out of control, when he had those multiple Sunstrike setups, because he only has the Clockwork, as the panel mentioned. Gyro Rocket, not really a great setup, neither is Tiny from the Avalanche, since there are very low duration stuns to higher levels, especially from the Rocket. Rocket's not... Maybe they could make it work, though. Homing Missile is 2.25, 2.5 until up to 3.
The battle begins.
We will see, though. do like what TNC's got going here, especially with the way they played last time with the Batrider. I think this is actually, in my opinion, Sam H's best hero. I really like his Batrider plays. And they've got vision aspects with the Wolves. I think they should be able to do a lot of scouting and try to catch out people with that lasso, at least in the mid game, to catch them outside of the base.
So how's this mid lane going to go, do you reckon? We've seen an Invoker before today. Arbed gave us quite the showing. Moon gets the pressure of Cuckoo, and well, 1437, he's up and down in between the lanes.
He's got an okay lane versus the Mirana, but we're going to see the Mirana get lots of help, I'm pretty sure, from either Tims or 1437. Top lane, though, Raven is going to get absolutely shut down versus this Tiny. But we've seen this in the past from at least Liquid. They tend to just leave, at least it's always been like Matu alone in that safe lane when he's the Lycan, and he just tries to catch up and they punish the two side lanes. So I think that's what they're trying to go for here. We will see, though. Because there's not a whole lot of team fight from either side. I guess on Mineski's side, once they have the Invoker with Aghanims, they can go for more fighting, but early on, it's just going to be those like the other four heroes kind of running around. I just keep hearing Undying taunts.
Oh, he's loving it, 1437. Spamming it like a madman. Trying to throw two off guard down this bottom lane. Mid lane going exactly as you're saying. Oh, shards. Name for Moon. Oh, okay. He does arrow the Forge Spirit. How many farms the Forge Spirit?
It gives a good amount when you kill it. But yeah, if that arrow connects on the Invoker, he is dead.
I mean, the arrow is really bad though at close range now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only 50, but that's pretty much.
I guess, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the extra bit of damage as well.
They get the extra hit as well.
Yeah.
Top though, Raven gets caught in the cogs. They've got battery assaults as well.
Oh, he is gone.
He is very dead. One more hit, tree throw.
Hey!
Bonk.
Bullseye from Ice. Yeah, Raven, I mean, as you say, he's getting no help at all. He's been heavily sacked. Is that really the way that TNC should play this?
I think they should send somebody up there.
Yeah.
I think Sam H is already going to have a fine time in bottom, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't want to help out Raven. I mean, we've seen what Ice can do on this Tiny. He's already 12 and 6, leading the last hits.
Yeah, if I was TNC, I'd be really worried about that top lane.
Yep.
You do not want Ice to have the dream start.
Mid, though, with the help from the Tusk, you see Cuckoo pulling heavily far ahead of the Invoker, even though Invoker does have a bit of a base damage advantage at the start. He can't really get up to the creep wave because of the fear that has been instilled. But TNC, they decide it's fine. We're just going to stack the Lycan. We're going to pressure the other two lanes more. Tim's now mid, looking to close the gap onto Moon.
It's a little deep, though.
Yeah.
TP's coming in. I'll have to pass away. Leave it alone. But still, Cuckoo definitely having a vastly favorable time. 18-7 against the 4-for-3.
Mushi is not having a good time bottom either versus this Batrider. He is just like spinning around in circles, unable to get up to the last hit. He keeps getting too many sticky stacks on him. So that turn rate, a big problem for him. And this is quite a concern for Mineski, at least. They need to they're pretty much going to have to play around Ice, which has been working pretty well.
And this time mid lane, it's a success. Cuckoo and Tims get back in, and they get the pick off. They get that kill that they've been after. Yeah, this mid lane,
it's a disaster.
It really is. And we know, I mean, we know Invokers can make a comeback, but this is a very, very, very one-sided way to start the lane between these two.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to just resort to the jungle pretty soon, and that's when they can start pressuring tower. So TNC, they are winning 2 lanes, and they're losing 1, but bottom now.
He just solo kills.
Okay.
6 stacks on that Jaro, 6 stacks.
He's got 9 last hits, only 2. He is really getting punished by this the turn rate.
I mean, Ice is gonna have to brace his back for this one.
Yep.
It's all about Ice and Tide. He's got to carry this. He really has, because the other two at the moment, they are struggling.
And mid again, they're looking to dive. Get 1437's position with the Soul Rip, with the K. Moon's backing up. He's like, all right, I have to block my wave to try to get this in a better position, but they've got that high ground vision of him. And Cuckoo is trying to keep the lane on his hill. He's trying to spam deny, but Moon will get a bit here. The rotation and Raven top. The tree toss. Bonk.
Oh, they should still have this and do their do with the avalanche.
Yeah.
Another kill for Ice Ice Ice.
He is leading the net worth.
Well, bottom lane, they're having a look at 1437. They should get this with a homing missile coming through. He's going to tick down low. Can he get out? Soul Rip Clap. It's enough. He's out of there. TP in as Sam H was getting a bit aggressive onto Mushi. They'll look to put the bat backs off. 1437 actually surviving, and so will Sam H at top. Sorry, mid lane. Moon gets the kill. Cuckoo was going in deep with Tims for the Invoker, and I'd say it's worth it. You killed the Invoker again. Cuckoo survives. It's only a support down. So more pressure on that Invoker. Just a little bit of a bonus that he did manage to take a support with him.
Yeah.
But still not great.
That kill lets him have higher net worth than Raven. And Raven is level 3 on this Lycan to a level 6 Tiny. So Tiny now, 140 base damage, plus a tree. Raven's really in trouble.
Again.
Fine Mushi.
They do it. Sam H and 1437 really shutting down this gyro. Mid lane again. Moon getting jumped on. Another kill on the Invoker.
So we were talking about, he's not going to have the same type of game as Abed did. There's a lot of pressure on him from this lane.
This is one of those games where just each lane is just so clearly going one way. No, mid lane, it's absolutely TNC's lane. Bottom lane, absolutely TNC's lane. Top lane, absolutely well, not necessarily. I'd say Ice Ice Ice's lane. He's doing this on his own.
Yep. No, he got help.
He got a little help.
Clockwork went up there twice.
Sure.
But yeah, it's mostly been nice. And he's gonna have to really put the team on his back for this one. He's gonna be going for early game items, going for the drum, as he did the last time.
And look at this wraparound mid again. They're setting up for another bit of a play. Jabs, he comes forward, and he quickly goes down. Cuckoo now dominating. Moon's trapped up. If they can get this thing, they might be able to. Another start stop. Ooh, he's gone. Double kill for Cuckoo. And how many times has that Invoker died now?
It's 4.
4 times in 7 minutes. This mid lane, an absolute disaster.
And they're even taking the tower, so then they're going to be able to put aggressive. They actually already have the aggressive board down for the
down jungle. Bottom. Mushi to get the homing missile out, and they do have a very nice Sunstrike to turn things around. They will get Sam H.
They need those kills, though. So they take mid tower, but Ice 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 top also takes the safe lane tower. All right. We got an interesting one on our hands on.
What's the build for Ice this game?
He's just doing the drums. I think last time we saw him do Tread's drum, and then I think he went into S and Y AC. I don't know if he actually got the S, but I think he might have. Whatever. So TNC, they're gonna keep this aggression up, and they're gonna keep eyes on Moon. Don't let him jungle.
No.
They throw the scan out.
Oh, Tims. He has walked into this one.
Does he have vision to snowball anybody? He will now, with Cuckoo coming in.
Oh, and actually with a setup, they could look to try and turn. Sunstrike coming through, not enough to bring down Tims. Tims is fine. Cuckoo jumps in.
Ice 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 rotating in, though.
Oh, he's going to be able to pick up Tims for sure. Comes in with the avalanche. Tims trying to run. Ah, the range of that tree as he swipes him down from afar.
The biggest concern for me is Mushi. He's going for a solo kill onto 1437 here. He might be able to find it, too.
With the cooldown and the homing missile, Mushi, he's got it. Arrow comes in from Cuckoo, coming in with the wraparound. Has he got enough damage to take the return kill? It's going to be close damage there as well. Mushi will go down. Cuckoo's still alive. He's got another leap, getting himself away from the clockwork. Sam H trying to play around with Ninja Boogie's trying for the TP out, but the TP is successful. Ninja Boogie escapes. Mushi getting that kill, but again, Cuckoo gets involved, killing the carry, keeps himself alive. This Mirana sailing ahead this game.
Mushi has 21 last hits on Gyrocopter. It's 9 minutes in. That's your safe lane gyro. So yeah, it's really a lot on Ice 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 to just pull it together for his team, as we've been mentioning. It's a problem.
They get a good arrow. Detection. Ghostwalk will save. Yeah.
1437 might get caught out here by Jabs with the Sunstrike if he's able to close the gap, and he's not.
Too speedy on that and dying.
Bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top
So
tower
2 lanes,
is under attack.
pretty heavily won, I guess you could say, for TNC, leading the net worth in 1 lane. Very heavily, extremely heavily lost versus that Tiny. But Daryl, or Ice Ice Ice, is really gonna have to get looking for those kills onto either the Mirana or the Bat Rider to just help Mushi out, because Mushi's really struggling. He doesn't have the flat cannon either. He's gone for the fighting build, so he doesn't have that recovery method.
Yeah, that could come back to hurt him, actually.
Yep.
Does need to catch up somehow.
So you see Ice, he switched the build. He had SNY queued up, but now he has changed into Shadow Blade. So you can tell that's the I need to bail my team out build. I need to go for ganks.
He's already moved down here to join with Mushi. Self close. Arms up a hefty stack. Gets Mushi an extra level as well, now level 7. 3 and 3. Does have a lot of fighting potential, Mushi, indeed.
Invis on top of Sam H.
Here we go. Sam H trying to get himself out. The cooldown will be there. They've got the Moonlight Shadow. Do they have detection? I don't think they do. And either way, it's a little too deep for Mineski to dive. So Sam H will be fine. Does now have the drums complete, so that sort of play going to get harder and harder with the movement speed this battle has.
Yeah. Getting towers is a good way to try to bring Mushi back, so Ice has been moving to those and switches the build up again. So instead of going for Shadow Blade, has switched to SNY, maybe thinking that he needs to be the carry of House shut down the Invoker and Gyrocopter both for the R. As Moon started to recover, he's still only level 7 on Invoker. And now the collapse from TNC.
Coming in from the side, Cuckoo, he's got eyes on the silence, and Ninja Boogie falling low.
Oh, that flame break!
Gone. Knocking him in.
That pushed him back into the that was perfect.
I mean, Sam H, you said it at the start, this man's Batrider.
That was sick.
Very, very strong.
Look at that. Killing out the highest net worth hero. And during all this, since they're 4-manning, they're forcing aggression to happen, and they're allowing Raven to kind of catch back up. He's just been silently farming in the jungle for quite a while. Going for that Necro Book, which is really devastating versus Tiny and Gyrocopter, because Tiny can't really control whether he's going to kill those books. And same thing with Gyro. You have all that AoE damage coming out. And with Book, with Shapeshift, closing the gap onto Gyro, those are pretty easy kills once Raven's got that.
Easy tier 1 tower down here for TNC. So there's no interest in Mineski coming in for the defense. For the Dire. Nice, nice, nice. How's he doing on that Shadow Blade, is he?
He switched back to the SNY. He's been switching back and forth.
Okay.
So at least right now, Mushi's getting a little bit of time to recover up top. We'll be able to farm this. Has to be careful in a bit though.
Oh, Tim's easy goner. It's a scary game for these supports of TNC. There's a lot of combo potential that they're out warding. Jabugi just getting a lane to himself to global silence online. For this team fight, as we've seen, we know it's a very good response to the Batrider.
Buku's looking to try to go for some solo kills here. Arrow just off the mark.
The right click build, of course, for Cuckoo. We have seen a few Miranas for the magical. Dragon Lance down for the Maelstrom next. Right click build indeed. Oh, look at that range. Easy tower. Sitting outside of it with that Dragon Lance. And I think he's just going to take this tier 1 tower at the moment. There's no one heading over there. Mid lane, the rest of TNC, they're looking to fight. Straight in onto Mushi. Hooktail comes in. Oh, nice deafening blast. That turnaround play from Moon into the cooldown. Could set up big things for Mineski. Sam H gets himself off to the side. They have the sentry down. They don't have enough damage to bring him, though. So they'll lose the clock. Only the tusk goes down there. That looked like it could have been a hefty turnaround indeed with that deafening blast play.
That was really nice by Moon and by Jabs getting the hook in on top of that deafening blast with the meteor.
I said that, but he didn't cogs, did he? And the deafening blast pushed them out of the cogs, did he? Because then it might not have been as ideal, because then they were able to walk out of the cooldown. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to see that.
It did.
It all happened at the same time.
Everything kind of connected.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they didn't, the Moonlight Shadow as well as just how much tankier they really are at the moment was enough for them to just survive all that burst. And biggest thing is that Mushi lived, right?
Yeah, sure. They get the jar out. Then the 1-for-1. Cuckoo though, with that completed Maelstrom. 14, pre-15 minutes.
Yeah, he's enormous. And the Lycan Raven who's just been...
He has recovered.
He is
very
arming in the jungle, yeah. He's got book 2 finished up in a second.
And a lot quicker than Mushi's Jara's recovery.
Yeah. Mushi's getting in. Mushi's just trying to get involved in kills.
Oh, here we go. They do get the toss back. Leap still there for Cuckoo. Get him out of the stun strike. Missile connects, so does the tree. Cuckoo will survive. A little too slippery for Mineski to keep control of.
They spotted Raven with the ward that they have on the bottom side. They know he's farming this camp here.
Oh, this is... Surely they're going to come and find him. Yeah, the pings come out. Raven. Can he play his way out of this one? Trying to juke it down the tree lines. Oh, they've spotted him. He goes for the ultimate. He's going to get it out. And with that, he should be able to run away. There's no hook shot. And Raven, he's going to be fine.
Use the wolves to scout for jabs really quickly.
Yeah, very nicely done by Raven.
Yeah, scurries away. Book 2 finished for him now. Sam H will have that Blink Dagger finished up on Batrider now.
And with that, certainly look to punish this underfarmed Gyrocopter and Invoker. Doubt about that.
So Moon does have the Midas finished up, level 11. Slowly but surely, peeling his way back into the game. Still quite a ways away though from being a relevant force. Smoke comes out from Mineski. Gonna try to take this mid tier 1. Nice, nice, nice. Hitting it with the tree, toss. Gets the tower. Sam H coming from behind.
Yeah, they go for the punch. Into the snowball, straight in onto Ninja Boogie. Sunstrike will not connect. 1437 already out with the Flesh Golem. They've got the clap, bringing this Tiny down low. Ice, ice, ice. He's going to drop. So's Ninja Boogie. Godlike for Cuckoo. And Sam H, he's hunting for more. Oh, and he's found a big one. He's got the grab. Do they have any follow-up? The arrow, oh no, slightly off the mark. It may not matter the leap. The first one is not going to work. Cuckoo cannot get himself up to the high ground. Sentry's down. They've got eyes on Moon. Can they continue to chase? Sam H trying his best. There's a lot of sticky napalm building up. He does have 17 one charges, and he will pop him up.
Oh, the blink dodge.
Oh, dodging the tornado there. Sam H, and he gets the kill. Ninja Boogie comes in, but he's not going to have enough damage. Sam H Batrider doing it in style there. Very, very flashy.
Cuckoo's what, godlike?
Yeah, he's godlike now.
9, 0, and 2.
Yep. I mean, what does he get as the master? Does he just get a BKB now at this stage? I mean, that would make him pretty invincible.
On Cuckoo?
Oh no, the Mirana, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, he's got options really.
Yeah.
He's so overfarmed. If he wants to go for survivability, I think that's the safest route. But TNC is a pretty blood-hungry, bloodthirsty team.
Looks
so
like he's just going to finish off the Hurricane Pipe. Good as well, of course.
Yeah.
There is still the clockwork in the game. Sure, he's got the leap, but sometimes nice to protect those charges if necessary.
Be nice. Raven has finished up the book 3 now.
Yeah, they got a lot of push.
How's Mushi doing? Dragonlance finished, going for the BKB next so he can actually get involved more in the fights. And he's ahead of his Invoker in farm, but it's still behind the Batrider. Still struggling a bit.
Incoming!
Ice still up there at the top.
Lasso is ready. They're going to smoke up on TNC and look for another play. For Ice, Ice, Ice. They have a wolf sitting on him as well. He reveals himself top 2. They're looking for this play here. There's a ward placed though. The Moonlight Shadow comes out. They will see the Batrider now from the Firefly.
They're chasing.
They still have the wolf on top of Ice.
Oh yeah, this wolf scouting should set up an easy lasso as in comes Sam H, gets the lasso off. Jabs TP's out, he'll make it away. Ice, Ice, Ice will not be as fortunate as they bring down the Tiny, and by all means that is the big kill for TNC.
Yep.
Ice, Ice, Ice. Literally the rock that Mineski are relying on.
I just keep hearing this taunt.
He's pressed that so many times. He's loving it. And understandably so. It's looking pretty good for TNC there. Yep. One game up here in this best of 3.
And they make their way into the Rush Pit. And no way that Mineski can contest with how far behind they really are. Especially because of how fast it'll die too with this Lycan having the book 3 finished. Mineski, that's for sure. They can't take head-on engagements versus TNC, especially until they have the Aghanims finished on Moon. Still, he's 1,500 gold away from it now. It's just a really tough game to play, both the Invoker and the Gyrocopter. There's so many different ways to collapse on top of them, from that Tusk, from that Lycan, from that Mirana and Bat.
Yeah, we've really seen the Tusk as a whole been very strong in the Southeast Asian region.
He got buffed, man. And yeah, I mean, yesterday Jules was playing it incredibly well. Level 14 already on Tims. He is tied with all the cores in the game as a support Tusk. And he's got mech finished up as well. He has contributed a lot into those team fights. Top lane.
Now, I just got to be careful. He is surrounded by 3.
Sice has SNY and plate mail with drums, so he's significantly tempting, but Sam H knows he's up here. He keeps pinging him out non-stop. TNC will look to take an engagement up top versus Mineski. They should be able to outnumber them too. They know the Invoker's mid lane. They see him with the creeps. See 1437 ping it out. Moonlight Shadow. They're looking for a fight here. Mineski has to be very careful. Sam H is in the back line.
Oh, here we go. He's looking for the lasso. He's grabbed Mushi. Global Silence does instantly come out, but the arrow's already out onto the clockwork. Call down from Mushi as he's looking to just run the heck out of there. But the chase potential is there from TNC. Cuckoo looking towards this Gyro. Mushi's down. Double kill for Raven. They'll turn towards Ice as well, and they'll be able to get themselves a third. Mineski's push put to an end. Triple kill for Raven. Some fantastic usage of Moonlight Shadow, setting up these lassos. As I said, that was an instant reaction with the Global Silence from Ninja Boogie, but it didn't matter. TNC at this point, they're more than happy to just run at you and punch you down.
Sam H's positioning there was absolutely perfect too. Just sitting in the tree lines in the back, waiting for them to push too far up. So now, level 16, Hurricane Pike finished.
Yeah.
Incredibly farmed on this Mirana. And Raven now has made it to the top 2. They've killed Ice enough to push him down. But Moon does now have the Aghanims finished up on that Invoker, so he can actually start getting involved in the fights with his team. And I believe that Mushi is about to have BKB as well, so he won't be as susceptible to dying, but he still can get run down very easily by the Lycan, as we were mentioning earlier.
And can get caught out by that instant last shot.
Yeah.
To the arrow.
Overall, TNC's been playing really well around their vision too. You see these deep aggressive wards placed again. As soon as they start pressuring toward top, they put a ward behind the tower. They put one in front of the tower too. They are looking to go for grabs around that.
Shadows take us.
Once again, using the Moonlight to try and invade the jungle of Mineski. Just get a jump. Sam H. He's getting eyes on them. He's Moon. He's going to lead off with the lasso. Oh!
The small distance blink dagger.
I was
so he doesn't break the lasso. But everybody's around there.
And yes, he could be in a little trouble now. Sure, there's no hook shot from jabs. But Sam H went for that play. Didn't actually... There wasn't really backup behind him.
No, it's just Tims.
It was literally just him and Tims. I mean, if they
he
get out alive,
everybody.
sure, it's fine. But I don't think Tims is. He gets shot back into the cogs. I mean, they're buying time. I guess they're creating space for the other lanes where TNC are pushing them in. I guess this was the plan all along. Make a play, draw the attention of 5 members of Mineski, shove the other lanes in. Bit of a weird one, but I guess it works out.
He didn't see everybody though, right? He only saw like 1 or 2 heroes at
Sure,
first.
but even if it was just the Invoker, I mean, I guess if it was just like the Invoker, him and this Tusk could probably have killed it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was.
It's still
it seemed like it was more of like a space play because they only had that 1 hero back up. Mushi, BKB finished. Can actually get involved more in fights. Moon has to be careful. He is quite sandwiched here between these wards.
Can they get the arrow? Yes, they can. Arrow connects. Is that enough time to burst him? Oh, it's going to be close. That's the Ghost Walk. Do they have the detection? They do. Sentry's down. Kuka gets the kill.
Very, like I was saying, very nice at warding coming out from 1437 this game. Spotting out all the rotations before they even happen. Aegis gets reclaimed, but I think they did a pretty good amount of damage with that Aegis. Full BKB finish for Raven, as we see there too. And he's shapeshifting down. They're looking for Ice Ice Ice. But that's status resistance. Of course, making Lasso break extremely early, with Shapeshift closing the gap.
Oh, they are chasing it. The Flame Break back. The shards, again, beautifully on point from Tims. They trap the Tiny. Ice 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 is gone. Perfect usage again. The amount of times we've seen this Batrider and Tusk trap heroes.
Yeah.
It's we're losing count.
Now they can transition this into a push. More deep aggressive wards. Tims this time putting it behind the tower.
Yep.
So they will see if Mineski tries to set up to defend that one.
Very spooky from Mineski. 8k behind TNC.
Very hard to play Silencer in this type of game, because when you're just getting ran at, you're not able to really use your global on an effective purpose. So in the past, we've seen Ninja Boogie have incredibly good Silencer games, but yeah, when you're on the defense, it just makes it really hard. You never can really use global, because using global in a defensive manner is very different, because that means somebody's probably already been grabbed out by that Batrider. Tough game all around for Mineski. 9k gold lead now for TNC, and 15,000 experience lead as well. Kuku has been playing this flawlessly.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's well bottled up for Kuku.
I think Gem is probably the next thing that TNC could buy to just really close the gap on this game. Take out the rest of the wards and then just go for those big pickoffs, even though they're already at an incredibly good pace of the game. Just make it a little bit easier for them. While on Mineski's side, it's just very hard for them. They like no amount of items really. I mean, of course, they have like crazy amounts, but no like one individual item could really make them win these next upcoming engagements. They just have to pretty much outnumber TNC or catch them out with vision. But very hard versus this Lycan who's been scouting so much with wolves. But this is a good way to do it. Smoke up, try to get a ward down and play around that vision. Try to get a big catch out. They see Kuku in the mid lane. TNC is playing under vision though, so maybe they can go for a play on that. Smoke comes out. It is spotted. Team Mineski claiming the high ground. And they get a big play here from this.
Radiant are scanning.
Moonlight as well, but yeah, the sentry prepped up. Mineski moving away from it though. 437. He's going to drop the tombstone. Global silence comes out. I think they'll still be happy to fight after it, TNC, as they look at Mineski. One of the best ways to approach this, and already with Moon getting taken down on the side. Just look at this damage from Raven as he just rips through Mushi. The BKB not helping that Gyro at all. Triple kill again for Raven, and he's not done yet. They've got their eyes on Ice Ice Ice. They just cannot deal with the Lycan. The Lycan pick is just so damn strong. And this is a Lycan pick that got absolutely destroyed in the lane. Raven was behind, but he made an incredible recovery. And we're just at this portion of the game where just this physical damage output that Raven offers just destroys the majority of Mineski's lineup. There is no way they can stop this wolf.
They tried to take a teamfight advantage on like the high ground there, but then they get pushed to the right, trying to make sure that Mushi doesn't get caught out. But yeah, this Lycan has become an absolute monster. Winning these two lanes from TNC is just proving to be too much for Mineski to really handle. 1 and 7 on Invoker, 4-6 on the Tiny, and 3 and 5 on Mushi. The chorus for Mineski so heavily shut down. Now TNC, they go for the high ground push.
Continuing to slow it down with the Tornado EMP, but Raven's just back in with the Wolves. And looks like they will respect this.
Bro should be spawning soon. They don't want to get wiped before. They don't want any type of fight to happen before that one, just being as safe as possible, since this is... And they win this game, and they've got just one more before they make it to the major. Mid lane. Ice.
Make it to the major? What?
One more series.
Oh, I thought you meant one more game.
Oh, no.
I'm so confused.
I meant one more series.
Oh, almost there.
My bad.
Fnatic waiting up against the winner of this one.
Yep.
Got it.
TNC looking absolutely on form today. I just feel like this is already just a difference from what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, they're not messing up this time. There's no mistakes being made by TNC.
Sam H. Batrider makes it a lot easier. They're playing with like some of their very signature heroes. .30-minute mark.
Ice is out.
Uh-oh, Moon.
Oh, they lassoed a siege creep.
Dude, the double siege creeps, man, sometimes.
I mean, sometimes. I mean, as soon as we talk about Sam H having an amazing game and how they don't make any mistakes, lo and behold, the siege creep is lassoed. Oh, okay. Not great, not great.
Mineski now trying to take advantage a bit with this. Pushing up as a unit. Smoked up behind Moon this time around. Looking to play around their one ward that they do have on the map. They saw the Undying backing up. Look at TNC's positioning.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They know this is happening.
37.
Tank the game.
I mean, I guess. He did not look like he knew what was happening. No, 6 seconds, no. No Undying. Sam H is trying to lead in, but they have the sentry into the dust. They've got the eyes on him. Sam H, he's got to get out of there. Tornado will miss, but the avalanche comes through.
He is dead.
Oh, what is going on? TNC.
They looked like they knew too, because if you looked at the Tusk and the Batrider initially, they were hiding so far in the tree lines, but playing up into those sentry wards.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Grab eyes. Ice. Oh, this time the Shard's not going to block him. They're going with the snowball, but the BKBs come out from Mushi. Raven actually blocked off. Can't commit for the kill. Ice gets away.
Roche is up. This could be the big one.
Coin for me.
Mineski will want to contest this. They do not want to let TNC have this. Can't let them have this. Oh, Ice moves in with the 2-man avalanche straight onto Tims. Tims is falling low, will be healed up by the Soul Rip from 1437. It's not going to be enough though, as Tims taken down by the Tornado. Mushi now turning his attention towards the Undying. Oh, is that what? Tims escaped? How is the Tornado not enough? He lives. But the rest of his team, they're not doing too hot for themselves. Cuckoo has to run out of there. They did kill Mushi. There's the deafening blast again. Tims.
Comes Raven.
Surely Tims dies this time. There we go. Tims finally drops. Raven has to do a big old cleanup.
Book on cooldown.
I can't get the vision onto Ice.
For the Roche. They've got booked for this one too. Aegis and Cheese on this. Couple of mistakes though from TNC adding up. Mineski.
Yeah.
Making some very heads-up movements.
A bit of a good turnaround there. Not what TNC were hoping to see happen.
We were just talking about how crisp they've been playing and a couple of mistakes.
Caster's curse is real.
Waiting for the rest of their heroes to spawn up so they can go for that Roche.
Easy shot.
Invoker does take his first talent. And the second one right afterwards. One, 4, 3, 7 draws all around that Roche area. It's ready for them to take a fight there when Tims does respawn.
Absolutely have to. They can't afford to be caught out by Mineski like they just were. Have a fight like that, Mineski holding on, climbing themselves back into a game that they were very far behind in.
Yeah, they're smoked up. They're looking for another fight too. Trying to take a fight before that Roche. TNC. They are sticking all together though this time. Do they have a smoke? They don't, but they have the gem on Sam H, and they're positioned in a very good spot to take a fight here. 1, 4, 3, 7 on the low ground. At the ready. Cuckoo. Spot Mushi. Sam H, the non-stop pings come out from Mineski as soon as they see the Firefly used.
She? The pit.
Gonna get last.
Oh, he does. The silence comes out. They're trying to do their best to save Mushi. Mushi, he will be fine. Pops the BKB. Snowball comes forward. Oh, Raven, he's biting through these two. He's brought down both Ice. Oh, all four of them. Oh, it's just slaughter. Mineski get team white. Raven, just too damn big there. I think the cogs sort of working against them there as it sort of trapped the Wolf in with two of Mineski's own. And Raven is just tearing them apart.
Sandmage gets the initiation,
yeah.
Silence comes out, and then the two cores just pop BKB, and they can still just go to work. They shred Mineski, and there's also guarding Greaves on top of Tim's too, so he's able to get his spells off even though that global gets used. He just pops it, removes it.
The buybacks have to come through. It's Mineski's potential last stand here as they hold on to the dreams of qualifying for the major.
Everyone has to buy back.
He might be able to protect the two on Silencer and Clock.
Lasso's up in 2 seconds. He's gonna go for another grab here.
He wants to jump immediately. There he goes. He's grabbed Mushi. Tornado comes out, but it's not going to connect. Mushi's surrounded. Mushi, he's down. And Raven, he's ready for more. The shards blocking Moon momentarily. They've got the dust vision on him. He'll yules himself up, but Mushi's down for good. All Moon does get the blink off. Invoker will live for now, but the tier 3s are down. TNC onto the barracks. Can Ice stop this? He moves in with the toss back onto Cuckoo, but he's out of mana. The Necro Book's starting to beat down onto him. Ice is down. Moon trying to stop them with the combo, but it's not enough. Cuckoo gets the triple kill. The game is over. GG is called. Mineski are out of the running for the DreamHack Major.
Oh, and it almost ends 14-37 again. Last game was 14-37. This time 14-36.
The Illuminati.
TNC with 1437 on their team. Is this scripted?
Wow.
No,
that is
I mean,
crazy.
that was really well played by TNC. A couple mistakes.